Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
You're good to go, Frank? You ready?
Ready?
He's here, he's queer, and he's ready to produce a fucking show.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Hit it, Frank. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. Kimmy, I haven't seen your face in 6 weeks.
I haven't seen you, and we haven't spoken. Like, I'm not gonna be fake right now and be like, Alex, again. We always keep up. I haven't heard your voice in weeks. We haven't talked. We haven't texted. We haven't FaceTimed. We haven't done nothing. You look different. You look like more tan. You look like a little thicky thick, like sexy thicky thick. Like, you looking good. Your voice sounds different.
My voice sounds different. Wow. Everything's changing. Yeah. I've gained a few pounds since I've seen you. I've been out in the sun.
Alex, your voice is different. I don't know how to explain it.
That's weird.
It's weirding me out.
That's really weird.
It's a higher pitch. Yes.
What? Frank?
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah. Your voice is like a whole octave higher
Than it used to be?
Yes. You sound like a Valley girl.
Do you think it's a mic setting?
You're like, hey, Kimmy, how are you? It sounds like that.
Do I sound, Frank, do I sound like I sounded this morning or do I sound, no? Well.
So it could be the mic.
It could just be the microphone.
I was like, what's going on with you? Yeah, it sounds like you're doing baby voice.
Are we going to do this whole episode with me doing baby voice?
I guess. Everyone, this is Alex, baby voice Alex.
Damn it. I thought I figured out everything with this microphone finally. Maybe this is just me now. Maybe
I kind of like it. It's a new girl.
It's cute. Like, it's not like I'm putting it on. It's not too much.
You know what it is? It's the exact opposite of when you drink too much and yell too much and you get raspy voice. It's like the other way.
This is anti-Skankfest voice.
Anti-Skankfest.
I've got to tell you, Kimmy, I've got just tens of thousands of hair ties in this house. And every morning I pick the one that I stole from your apartment.
Oh, that's so cute.
I keep my Kimmy with me right in me ponytail.
I always knew I was in your ponytail. I said, what is that? That is Alex's hair.
That's me. That's my hair.
I knew I was in there because I was like, what is this? Why do I sleep in hairs every night?
Did you find my hairs all around your apartment after I left?
I didn't.
That's shocking because I
looked for
shed
them
everywhere I go.
But I also, you know how she cleans Casa de la Kim. That hair didn't make it past 2 seconds off your head before I vacuumed it off your body.
Okay. Casa de la Kim is shed free.
There is no pets allowed in here, and I'll tell you that. My friend Jeff came to fix my toilet one time or help me install my bidet. He brought his dog, and it was like my worst nightmare. I was like, stop licking that. Stop touching that. I was like an old mean lady with all my new shit.
Like, that. Stop
get off my
me.
couch. I don't need to drool on it.
Oh, fuck. No, I like pets. Pets bring like a little spunk into the house, you know?
Yeah, the smell of spunk.
Spunk is nice. Spunk smells good.
I could do without. I hate to say it, it's very anti-American, but I could do without a pet very easily.
I don't know.
But
Kim.
I've been thinking of getting a little doggy.
Yeah, no, I think you would love a pet. I think that your upbringing where you weren't allowed to have a pet and you had this dog that you always thought you were going to get and then you never got it. And then I think it's all wrecked you for pets. I think it's,
dude, I have to tell my therapist that.
You should tell your therapist about the dog and tell her how you fucking hate dogs and you can't handle when a friend brings an animal into your house and it sniffs around.
Ugh. It makes me sick to see people love their dogs. I'm like, stop touching it. Your hand's going to stink.
I let strangers' dogs kiss me on the mouth.
You're disgusting. That is so gross. That is so fucking gross, dude.
If a dog is cute enough, I'll make out with it.
That matches the voice you have right now.
Dude,
That is so disgusting. No one should be letting the dog kiss them on the mouth.
I let Paco's dog fucking lick me
Fuck
up
you.
and down.
That dog knows me from the inside out.
That dog knows me better than I know myself.
Oh my God. No, thank you. You know what is a perfect dog for me, but I wouldn't know how to go and find this kind of dog. I love a dog that cuddles but doesn't lick. And I think it's honestly luck of the draw with the dog you get.
Yeah, maybe if you get it as a puppy, you could train it not to lick you, but that even sounds harsh. It sounds kind of cruel.
It sounds mean, like you're not letting it be a dog.
Like when it's trying to give you love, you're like, no, stop.
No. I'm the mother that doesn't want kisses from her children.
Can I tell you, the older I get, the more worried I'm going to be that.
Really?
It's like as each day goes on, I become less and less fit for motherhood.
No, because 2 years ago, you were ready to pop them out.
I was ready yesterday, 2 years ago. Now I feel like I'm lucky if I'll be ready before my fucking clock times out.
I'm sort of getting panicky because I'm like, I want a kid, and now it's like, now I could have one. You ever realize that? Or like, you could have one.
You could just go and do it.
I could just go have a baby. People have figured it out at 16. I can do it at 31. Be fine.
Yeah. It's and then in certain ways, it's like if you don't have like a stable partner who you're thinking about having kids with, in certain ways, it just seems easier to do it on your own. You're like, oh, I'll just
have to worry about it's all your own rules.
Full control, man.
Full control. That's what it's about. Having a baby is having full control of it.
Full fucking control. Yeah, no, now I'm like starting to get concerned because like the thought like, oh, I want to have a baby pops into my head when I'm like lonely, which seems like a fucking not good reason to have a baby. I'm like, I want to make a little friend for myself. Like it's just feeling unhealthy at this point. Like I gotta wait.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Yeah, I'm like, am I even interested in the baby or just like having something to do? You know?
Right. Yeah. I get that. I also just see babies and they're like so cute.
Whenever I see somebody else's baby, I have like 4 months of like being obsessed with having a baby, and then I got to talk myself out of it. So I'm trying to stay away from babies now.
I feel you.
Yeah, I held that baby back in May, and I didn't recover from that until like July.
It's like after effects it has.
Yeah, my ovaries were fucking aching for 3 months.
Hold on 1 second. I need to grab an ibuprofen because I got a slight headache and I want it to be gone by the end of this podcast.
Don't want to get a migraine.
The thought of going through the podcast because I don't want to pause and take an ibuprofen for 2 seconds and continuing to have a headache for hours is like, why would I do that?
Go get your medicine. I'm going to sit here and do a PSA for every person out there who's listening. It's like, if you're sick, take care of yourself. All right. If you got to go to the bathroom,
okay,
don't
honey. It's not that serious, honey. I'm back.
I was just telling the audience how important self-care is and putting yourself first.
Absolutely. Take it the Ibu, even though you had time to do it all day and you didn't have to do it on your 45-minute podcast.
Take a note from Kimmy. Do things when it's convenient for you.
And only you.
Dude,
dude. So different.
How's everything? Are you still dating the Russian?
The Russian's gone.
I promise you, like on my flight home, I was like, yeah, that guy's got a week.
He had less than a week. First of all, we spoke different languages.
Personality real quick or he is out.
He was just nothing. I hate to say that about a living, breathing human, but he was nothing.
It's like, listen, I understand that like foreigners like speak a whole different language and have like a whole different culture and stuff. But like some foreigners come to the US and it's just like you are a shell of a person because we have nothing in common. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was like a foreign immigrant situation where it was like, we can't even pretend that we're getting along. We can not even have a conversation.
It was so hard to speak. He was just hot.
He was hot. I'll give you that.
And that's it.
I know. But you were convincing me that you would have been okay with that. You were like, maybe this is what I want.
That's what happens when they're hot. You get
Yeah.
blinded for like at least 1 week. I call it the hot dude 1 week blindness. I don't call it that at all, but I will now.
Dude, I was blinded for 10 years by somebody who's truly not that hot. So I get it.
Yeah, you were.
I get it.
You'd show me pictures, be like, look at him. And I'd be like, is it behind this ugly dude? Where is he? Who's him?
Really nothing special, guys. Like the boyfriend that I talked about like 3 years ago being like, he's my everything. Like objectively average.
Below average.
Possibly below average. Yeah.
Slight, I would say I'd give him a 6. If 7 was an average, I'd give him a 6.
Man, I wish you could call him and tell him that.
I will.
That'd be nice.
I'll call him right now on the show.
I'll
Hey,
give you
you're a 6. Click.
Hey, I'll give you a 6. Oh man, his narcissism. I would love for him to hear that. Go on.
Let me tell you what the Russian did that really skeeved me out towards the end. He
Okay.
did he did a couple of things three things I really didn't like. And this is just for all the you guys out there who are dating. And I always tell you how my dates go bad. So just learn from them. I think that I talk to my girlfriends. We all agree it's something that we wouldn't like. And it's not. Okay. The first thing that he did.
I already really like that you gave him 3 strikes before he was out. It's good. It's baseball.
Yeah. It's
American.
dude, I do that. I do 3 strikes. I feel one weird thing and I go, all right. Another weird thing. And I go, if there's one more weird thing, it's weird. There's no denying it. Because the first one could be an accident. The second one could be a weird, crazy thing that happened again.
Yeah.
And the third one is like, no, there's a reason this is happening. So the first thing he did is on our first date, he corrected my posture when I was sitting.
With his voice or with his hands?
With his hands.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Yeah.
That is so pompous and like presumptuous. Like, oh, motherfucker, you think you're better than me?
Yeah. And it's like, dude, you have 9 fingers.
That's true. He does.
You cannot correct my posture with a missing finger. You don't even have all your limbs.
Okay. I'm with you there.
What if I just corrected your finger? Don't ever correct my posture. Let me sit like an ogre, like I'm comfortable, please.
Don't even tell me my posture is bad. Don't make me insecure about it.
On the first date, maybe that's like a month into dating someone conversation. Like, babe, you need to work on your posture. You be an inch taller or whatever it is.
Sit up straight. Yeah, whatever.
Sit
fucking
straight,
play around.
whatever. But on the first date is actually insane.
Okay. That's weird and uncomfortable. And it feels like an excuse to like touch you, and it's a lame excuse.
Yes. Yeah. And it almost feels like negging.
Yeah. I don't like it. I hate it, actually.
I hate it. So that was my first thing where I was like, this is kind of off. My second thing he did was there was like one night we were hanging out here and like we didn't have sex or anything. But like we were hanging out and like we made out a little. And then like after a while, I was like, I didn't really want to like hook up with him. I should have known then. If I didn't want to fuck him, he should be out of there. But I didn't want to hook up with him. So I was like, all right, let me walk you out. And he kept being like, no, I'll just stay here like on the couch. And I was like, no. And he was like, I'm just tired. And it was like literally like he lived 15 minutes away from me and it was 1:30 in the morning. It's like, grow up.
Yeah. Also, if you had let him stay over, I'll bet he would have kept trying to hook up, which I also hate.
Yes. And I'm like, just go home. I shouldn't even have to ask you to go home. You should be like, are you ready to go to bed? I'll walk me to the door. Like you should be scared that you're overstaying your welcome. That's the kind of vibe I want from you.
Right.
I want someone that's nervous that they're there too long.
I also just feel like dudes don't realize, like dudes are like so focused on fucking that they don't realize that like just being chill. When a girl just like isn't in the mood for one reason or another, it doesn't necessarily mean she like never wants to fuck you in her life. And It's like taking that well and being really chill about it will get you so much more sex from that girl.
It's so true.
Like literally
start ignoring your chick and be like, if you're in a relationship right now and you guys don't have sex a lot, literally try not to fuck her for like a little bit and watch how she will chase you.
Like next time she's like, I just don't really feel like fucking. Can we like watch a movie or something? Like cuddle with no complaints and watch how many times she sucks your dick that following week.
For one time, give her a back massage and let her fall asleep through the night with it. What a fucking gift to be given.
You couldn't get me off of that person's dick if somebody did that for me.
If a dude massaged me, let me pass out. I mean, your dick's getting sucked dry in the morning.
And it's like, what for me, I like the whole Netflix and chill thing, right? Is like, I motherfucking love Netflix. I like actually watching the television show. Okay. So sometimes when I'm like sitting down to like chill with a dude, I'm like, there's so much pressure on fucking that it's like, hey dude, I actually just want to watch TV for a little bit and like fuck later or something, or like in the morning or whatever. The cooler, the better a person handles that, the more it's like,
they're gonna get fucked.
I want to suck that dick. Yeah,
totally. Yeah, it's crazy.
But men never understand it. They just want it now. It's like, okay, if we fuck now, I'm gonna potentially just be like grossed out by it tomorrow because I wasn't in the mood, and I'll be grossed out by you forever.
Right. It's like, do you want to start this?
Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. So that was the second. That's the second red flag for me, was that it was like hard to get him to leave, and I still hung out with him. And what was the third one? Oh, the third one was the worst. So I'm kind of
worse.
Yeah. So he's telling me he's getting more into me at this point.
That was happening, by the way, before I even left LA. I could sense that like day after day, it was like he started sending you like pictures of flowers and being like, hello, like good morning texts and shit like that. Like,
good morning, honey.
Yes. I like it when I lie down and you lie on top of me.
Oh God, stop. I can't.
You said
I can't
snuggling?
believe you said
you like to cuddle?
Yeah. I was like, can you not describe cuddling like that ever again? So yeah, and I cover you with my body. That's what he said.
I like when you lie down and I cover you with my body.
Stop. So the last and final red flag was this motherfucker sends me a text. And at this point, I'm getting sort of like the ick, and I'm letting him know. He's like, why don't you want to hang out as much? Why aren't you answering my phone calls? He's also like sending me like, I don't answer. And he's like, where are you? Which I don't like at all.
No. And I sort of just feel like that's like weirdly a cultural thing. Like for him, he thinks that he's being like, like protective and like positive words that you would use for something that is in reality kind of controlling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not into that at all. And then I'm like, as I'm getting short with him, he tries this thing, I think, to get a reaction out of me or something. I don't really understand the intention, but he texted me. He said, hey, let's get together soon. I want to tell you the truth about how I lost my finger.
So this was like, okay, weird,
right?
What did he originally tell you when you
He
asked?
slammed it in a door as a kid.
Okay. And
so
this was
like,
after.
So I'm like, what the fuck does he have to tell me? You know what I mean? Like, this dude is like in the mafia. He's murdered someone. He has women in his basement. They try to get away. Like, what's he doing?
Hey guys, let's take a quick second to talk about our sponsor, IP Vanish. Today we are welcoming IP Vanish back to the show. So what is IP Vanish? IP Vanish is a virtual private network, a VPN for short. A VPN is a super important tool that helps you safely browse the internet. You can use a VPN on your computers, tablets, phones, even things like your Fire Stick when you're streaming media. When you use a VPN, all of your data is encrypted, what you're reading, what you're searching, what you're watching, whatever it is you're doing. That's important because what you're doing on the internet isn't my business and it's no one else's business either. IP Vanish helps you remain anonymous and secure on the internet. Here's everything you get with IP Vanish. You get anonymous IP addresses, which means that your personal IP address can't be tracked by anybody on the web. You get to circumvent any online censorship. IP Vanish has more than 1,500 servers in 70 plus locations. You get protection when using public Wi-Fi. Remember, with IPVanish, all your data is encrypted, so nobody could snoop on what you're doing. And best of all, you get 24/7 customer support. Email them, chat with them, even call them. They're always there to help. These guys have been supporting the show for a long time now, and they're here with an awesome deal, wanting to offer you guys something really great. So you're going to get 65% off their usual offering, which is really cool. Go to ipvanish.com/Topix. That's ipvanish.com/TOPIX to claim your 65% savings. They have plans starting at just $3.75 a month or $44.99 a year. So guys, this is the time to sign up. With our discount and their current promotional offerings, you're going to get a VPN for 65% off their usual offering. IPVanish is the best of the best, even rated 4.7 out of 5 on Trustpilot, and that's with more than 6,000 reviews. Check out ipvanish.com/Topix to get the deal and start protecting yourself online today. One last time, that's ipvanish.com/TOPIX with a lowercase t. All right, let's get back to the show. What did he tell you? Did he tell you the story?
I blocked him, and that was the last time I ever talked to him. I said, I can't do this anymore. I don't like you.
Oh, man. So
that was the end of it.
Do you think that was the attempt to get you to hang out again? Like he felt that he was losing you and he was like, maybe like, it's almost like, oh, like you can't kill me until you hear the end of the story kind of thing. Like I have this story that you've been curious about. And like, if you want to, now I'll open up to you if you actually come hang out with me again, like bribing you.
Yes. And I'm like, I don't even want to know at this point. First of all, you've been lying to me about this finger. What could it possibly be?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. And have you seen him at jiu-jitsu since then?
Yes.
And
I didn't see him for a few weeks, which was weird because I used to see him like every day.
Maybe he took it hard. You guys were dating for 3 weeks.
Was it 3 weeks?
Maybe 2 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks.
So
I think
short.
It was so short. It shouldn't
be
taken.
Him not coming to those jujitsu classes anymore because he had to get over you is funny to me. I'm sorry.
It's hilarious. I did see him, and this is the kicker. My jujitsu gym had a party on Saturday.
Okay.
And he was there. And the motherfucker. No. He didn't do this at the gym. I saw him at the actual training one day, and we were standing. And he comes up behind me, Alex. I swear to God, I shit you not. After me breaking up with him, not answering his texts, not answering his calls, ignoring him. And he fixes my posture again.
No. Oh my God. That's the best. That's the best thing that he could ever do so that you don't. It's literally like
confirming that I made the right choice.
Yeah, it's such a perfect stamp on that being like the right thing to do.
When he did that, the chills that went up and down my spine, I was like, I don't like this.
I hate that type of thing. Man, I'm having flashbacks. I'm triggered.
Don't you hate like the thought of hooking up with someone and then you regret it and you're like, don't want to think about them?
Yeah, I really fucking hate. I really hate when dudes try to like act like they're trying to help you and take care of you. And It's really just shit for them. So like with my ex, it would always be like every single day. When we'd see each other, he'd be like, so, hey, what did you eat today? Mm-hmm. And then like, like, you know, in the beginning, it felt like an innocent question. But then as time went on, like I'd be answering it and I'd get this, like, he'd have this like nasty look on his face. Like, you had pizza again? Don't you think that's enough pizza this week? Like, dude, I'm not fucking reporting to you so that I could get your fucking opinion on any of this shit. I just thought
I need your approval for my pizza, buddy.
Every now and again, I have a fucking 3 pizza day kind of week because I'm busy, and you can go fuck yourself. Like, piss me off. Piss me right off.
I hate him so much.
I don't need a man to tell me to drink more water. Okay.
No,
I'm drinking enough.
No one ever needs that. No one needs a man to tell him to do anything. Like,
guess what?
Fuck them.
When I'm thirsty, I drink water. My brain regulates that shit the same way yours does. You fucking idiot.
You imbecile.
You imbecilic fool.
So yeah, I broke up with him. I see him at the jujitsu party and I'm drunk. I'm dancing with my friends and suddenly someone grabs me and starts dancing with me on the dance floor and it's him.
Yeah. You're going to have to just like, you're just going to have to pretend he doesn't exist. Like when you see him in classes and stuff, just literally, I would ghost him in person.
I do. I am. I've decided. No, I danced like around him and then I literally ran away in front of everybody. I was like, I think he got it.
I mean, I hope so.
I mean, I'm like, please stop making me do this to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys, you know when a girl likes you. You
It's
don't
obvious,
ever have to question it. You don't ever have to question it.
And wait, I want to go back for a second because you told him that you were getting the ick. Like you were upfront about it.
He was like, I really like you. And I said, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. And he was like, what's wrong?
Never a good response.
And I said, I don't really feel the same. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, I don't feel the same. He said, but you like me. And I said, yes, but not like that.
A lot.
I was like, I just don't like you enough to be very excited. And I was like, and I feel like I should be excited about it.
Right.
And the other weird thing about him is sometimes he'd text me in very broken Russian, like English, like I'd like to cover you with my body. And then the other times he'd write me and be like, have you read Walt Whitman? The discoveries he held in the intellectual levels of the arts in art history major. It was like perfect English and like long sentences. So I'm like, who are you?
You showed me that text message and it was fucking weird for somebody who doesn't speak English to have written such an eloquent, like to the point.
He
message.
would always do that. And then the next one would be like, I like dog and dog pet me. I pet dog. I'm like, which one are you? Are you that? Or are you the other one?
Frank's suggesting that he had a ghostwriter, but I don't, he seemed so like fresh off the boat that I don't think he didn't seem like he has a bunch of American friends. He doesn't seem influenced by this country whatsoever yet, you know?
No.
Anyways, I'm glad you dumped him.
Same. I hope he doesn't listen to this podcast. It's pretty upsetting.
I mean, we like you.
We like you. Thank you. We did art together. We had a great time.
It's just, yeah. Another thing that bothers me is like, I find it difficult in the first place. Like it's not easy to tell somebody that you're not into them. Like it's like there's a level of respect there that you're like, you know, saying something that you don't want to say to someone and hurting their feelings just so that they don't waste their time with you. It's like, if that person is going to continue to come up and dance on you at parties and shit, it's like, what was the point? What was the point of doing the right thing and telling you how I felt? I could have just ghosted you to begin with.
I should have ghosted you like I felt in my heart.
Like, I don't get it. Are we so like, even when you're honest with somebody, they don't get the message. So what are you supposed to do? You know?
I don't know.
Keep being a good person.
What happened to that finger is what I want to know.
I kind of want to know too.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. Maybe
you think he made that up and it's the same thing he told me. And he was like trying to be funny.
Maybe somebody bit it off. It's not impossible to bite off a finger.
I think it got chopped off. Very Russian.
It could get chopped off.
Yeah. And to get his finger cut off. It just sounds Russian.
That sounds really Russian. Like,
yeah, maybe he got caught stealing.
Oh, and they took a finger. That's fucking wild.
They took the ring finger. Maybe he fucked someone's wife.
Maybe.
He probably fucked someone's wife. He's so hot. If you're listening to this, listen. You're so hot. You're gonna do great. Someone's gonna fuck.
You're really hot.
Someone's gonna fuck, and you're very smart. He was really smart.
You're hot enough that it didn't matter to Kim for that 1 week that you brought nothing to the table.
That we have no connection whatsoever and nothing in common.
Whatsoever. Oh man.
Yeah. 1 week relationships.
It's kind of like back in middle school.
It is. I mean, I don't get in them that often. I mean, the last one was with baby boy Sweet Angel from Florida, and we were together for 11 months. 10 months.
And then you guys took a break and went back on.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys
So
you were on again, off again.
we were on again, off again. So, and then before that, I was with someone for like 3.5 years. And then before that, I was with someone for 9 months. So I don't really have like week-long boyfriends, but now I'm on my second boyfriend after the Russian.
Your second boyfriend after the Russian? So you had a boyfriend in between, or no?
No. My first boy. I mean the Russian and now a new boyfriend. I have a new boyfriend.
Give these boys more than a minute and a half. I mean,
what I'm trying to say is I'm not usually moved from situationship to switch situationship so fast. I do date around, like I go on dates, but I never like anyone.
Connect with someone, keep seeing them, and then like it doesn't work out a few weeks down the line, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
that never happens.
Yeah,
I usually know right away or I don't.
It seems kind of fun though. It seems like kind of packing a whole relationship up into the first weeks could kind of help you figure things out sooner instead of wasting so much time.
It's true. If you go hard the first few weeks, you're like, is this it or not? Let's move in together.
It's not a bad way to do things.
No, because it's like it's so funny because when I got into my last relationship, he was like, yeah, like I'm not going to make anyone my girlfriend for 6 months. And I was like, then I'm out. I was like, I don't have time to waste to see what you're like as a boyfriend in 6 months. I will be halfway to 31 by then.
Also, like, that's kind of rude. It's like, you know me now. Are you just waiting around to see if something better comes around in the next 6 months? Like,
yeah.
And if 6 months from now, nobody better comes along, you'll start dating me. Like, what the fuck?
I don't think it was dating. I think he said something like, oh yeah, I wouldn't get married to someone unless we were together for a minimum of like 3 or 4 years. I was like, 4 years. It's like, I don't mind also waiting 4 years to marry someone. But if I meet someone and we both really like each other, we should just get married.
I don't know.
Is that crazy?
I don't know. I was thinking literally today in the car, like, I feel like I know a lot of comics, or I've noticed a lot of comics like tend to, like, if they're going to get married, they do it real quick. Like, nobody in particular, but I've noticed a couple people who it's like, oh, I didn't even realize you were dating somebody and now you guys are married.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if that's like common in the comedy community, just because like comedians are impulsive, or if there's just like something to that, or if that's kind of common all over the place and I just didn't realize it.
Right.
But I
see it a lot everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I don't also. People do it and it works sometimes.
They seem pretty sure about it, because it's like, I don't know. I'm like I fucking get so nervous about change. Like, I feel like I could be very sure that I want to marry somebody, that I want to spend the rest of my life with somebody, and then marrying them will freak me the fuck out. Like, I wouldn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just like, oh, I'm into it. I'll do it fucking tomorrow. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You have to be so sure for that. Like, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy decision. But yeah, I don't know. I always remember those girls from like middle school that would always have like different boyfriends every week, and they would be like, I love you. And they'd always have like different pictures kissing different boys.
Well, that was the best, because there was like the selection of dudes at that age. Like, if you wanted to date from the same pool, they would all have to be friends with each other. Like, I remember girls who dated every one of the popular boys in our like 7th grade class, because you would pass them around to each other. It's fucking weird.
I never got the popular boys. I always got the ugly extras.
I never got anybody at that age. So you were killing it.
Really?
I had an ugly extra.
There was like a bunch of cute boys, and then they'd be like their ugly friend, and I'd be like, I'll take that one. Like, I would automatically assume I'd take that one, because I don't know. I just assumed and I took them.
And there was probably a power dynamic going on, because I feel like between girls at that age, like, there's like whoever the fucking alpha friend is going to go for the hot guy, and we all know it. And I know my fucking place, so I'm going to go for the ugly friend, because that's where I was in that boat, except not at that age. Like, at that age, I would have taken the ugly friend's fucking cousin.
His disabled cousin.
disabled cousin who's visiting for the summer. I would have taken him.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I dated this one kid. His name was Kurt, and he was like little nerdy little ginger, like very nerdy though.
I loved a ginger as a child.
You did? You loved a ginger.
I loved a ginger.
And I was dating him, and like dating consisted of like him just like calling for 15 minutes on a Friday and then us not speaking all week.
That sounds romantic though. I get it. I mean, it's like your first of all, how old are you? Like sixth grade?
This was probably seventh grade, sixth grade. Yeah.
That would have been enough for me at the time.
Yeah. I was living off that high, but I dumped him and I was like, I couldn't believe myself. I was like, I just don't feel it. I was like, didn't want to talk to him for those 15 minutes.
All right, you guys, let's take a quick second and thank one of our favorite sponsors and one of our biggest supporters here at Broad Topics. It's Fume. Fume is the natural inhaler that makes it easy to get the benefits of super plants on the go. Here's how simple it is. Fume is a Canadian-made wooden inhaler with no electronics and cores filled only with the benefits of super plants. No chemicals added. Fume is a natural, portable tool for allergy relief, relaxation, and a great nicotine replacement tool with its pocket fit. Simply slide your favorite cores into your Fume and breathe in the benefits of Mother Nature. It's that simple, you guys. Check out their variety of blends and their benefits at breathefume.com and use code BROADS for 10% off your order. That's BREATHEFUM.com. Promo code BROADS, BROADS. Guys, make sure you go there, get your 10% off. This product's actually really cool. It's like just a hollow piece of wood that has it's infused with essential oils. You puff on it. It does nothing bad to your body, but it makes you feel good. It's so worth it. They have all these different flavors. My favorite one is the Conquer Core, which is said to help you wean yourself off nicotine a little bit. They have tons of flavors. They have a lemon lime flavor, lavender flavor. Really cool, really delicious. So one last time, head to breathefume.com/broads, BREATHEFUM.com/broads, and use code BROADS to save 10% and breathe in the benefits of the world's super plants today. All right, let's get back to the show. That one week came where you didn't have the time for the phone call, so you dumped him.
Yeah. It's so funny. I'm imagining the guys that I liked in middle school, and it's just so funny to imagine these middle school boys. Like there's this boy, Tristan, and he had like braces, and he'd always go with his hair. And like, it's just so funny to think that I would see that and be like, hot.
Yeah. You're imagining your sixth grade crush, like in his fucking
waiting for his mom in the carpool, and I'm like, he's a man. He's got
husband. Like Cheeto stains on his shirt. I'm like,
yeah, he's literally waiting for his mom to pull up.
And you're like, the things I would do to you.
Yeah. You're like, he would be such a good husband. You're like, what are you talking about?
He'd be such a good father to my children.
Yeah, you think the craziest shit. You're like in sixth grade and you're like thinking about your future with this guy who literally has no idea you exist sometimes.
Truly has no idea.
There was a dude I had the biggest crush on in elementary school. He was 2 grades older than me. Then my mom's a pedophile for this, but like I told her I had a crush on him and she saw him one time.
A little pedophile.
mom, little petty mommy. I told her about him, and one day she pulled up to the carpool and I was like, that's him. And she was like, oh, he is so cute. And then she told my aunt, and then they both came and picked me up to the next day to see him because he was so cute. Is that weird?
To see him? It's the picked you up to see him part that's weird.
Yeah. They picked me up
at him. Listen, if you're picking your kid up already and I
don't think it was specifically to see him, but the next day they both picked me up and they were like, there he is. Look how cute he is. It's Kim's crush. And he was like 2 years older than me. And he looked like, the kid off Smart House.
Yeah,
he looked like him, but his tips were dyed and he was like cool and kind of like emo.
I loved frosted tips.
I loved frosted motherfucking tips.
Dude. Frosted tips. I picture a guy named. I feel like I made a dude up when I was a kid. You ever just like you're sick of the boys, so you're like, I'm just gonna make up the perfect boyfriend.
The name was always Kyle for me.
I made up a boyfriend and named him Ashton once. We went over that story, but like
Yes.
the guy in my dream boy, I named him Ryan, and he had frosted tips at a certain point.
Is that from that phone a date game? Ryan with the frosted tips. You know the
No.
game where you had the phone and you'd call hot date?
I
What
don't
was
know
the
Hot Date.
game? Oh my God. You know the game. The old date game. Date game from the 90s.
Like a TV show?
No, it was like a board game. Hold on, I'm about to find it. It was like Dream Phone. Francis, can we pull up the trailer for Dream Phone? If we get a second, I'm sure there's like a YouTube, like if you look up like Dream Phone, like a commercial or something.
Man,
You don't remember the Dream Phone?
Oh, did a commercial get in my subconscious and make me make up my perfect boyfriend?
Maybe, but Dream Phone was so good. It was like literally like you had cards, they had hot guys on them, and like you were actually like the game was like one of these guys is your boyfriend and it's figuring out who. And it's like they'd have phone numbers on them and you'd call, you'd have this phone.
In what world do I not know which boy is my boyfriend?
I don't know. We have to watch
This
the
is a
damn
game
trailer.
for girls who want a boyfriend so badly that they'll take a mystery.
Yeah, look, let's check it out.
All right.
Who's got a crush on you? Hello, hunks. It's Dream Phone, the electronic game with the talking phone. To win, call guys, get clues, figure out which guy really likes you.
He's not wearing a hat.
Bye, guys. What'd he say? My secret. Cute.
He's not at the beach.
See you later, guys. It's Dan. Dan, my man.
You're right. I really
Guys
like you.
look 40. I'll be
Dream
honest.
Phone, the hot electronic talking
Guys,
phone game.
the guys
for
look-
you.
That girl looked like me. Wait, go to the end of that commercial. The girl at the bottom left sort of looked like me. We should redo this commercial.
This commercial looks like little girls on the hunt. It looks like reverse pedophile sting.
Yeah, no, it is. It's not. I mean, the guys were I thought they were so hot on the cards, Alex.
Yeah, you wanted all of them. You had a
You
favorite.
had I had multiple favorites. That looks like me in the left. No, it might be a little. No, do you see it? Do you see it, Francis? Oh my God, I think she looks a lot like me. Anyway, she probably stole my man in Dreamboat too. They were so hot. And like, I also had like my favorites. They had like, it was so funny. It was like 40 cards. They did like 38 white dudes and one black dude and one Asian.
Yeah, that sounds pretty much like anything from the 90s.
Yeah.
Would you be disappointed in the end of the game? You could tell who's fucked up in the room by who's disappointed at the end of the game when one of the non-white guys is the guy. who
Oh
likes
yeah.
her.
I mean, honey, we dealt with that in Florida for sure.
When little Cindy runs out crying because Tehran is the one who has a crush on her.
I don't want Tehran.
I wanted Brad.
I wanted Kyle. So funny.
Yeah, I never played that game. I was a very, very basic board games. Never like they had like all these wild games, like games where you go shopping and shit. There was that game that you would put pimples on your face.
My
My neighbors had it. I was like, why are we doing this? Why are we putting pimples on our face as part of a board game?
It's crazy.
A board
Did you
game that
have-
makes you feel more like a teenager? What?
Do you remember when we started playing on the computers a lot? And we had all those specific computer games. Did you have the Barbie vet game?
No, I didn't have any of the Barbie games. I had
Oh.
Freddy Fish. He was for learning.
Alex, it's almost like I need you to download Barbie vet today and play it.
Is it interactive? Can we log on and play together?
Interactive, literally, you're Barbie. And the cutest fucking animals come to your door with like little problems. Like a puppy will show up with thorns in its paws, or like a kitten who's been stuck in a tree and needs a new haircut or something. And it's like,
You
You
gotta
just
help
take
the
care of
animals.
them and release them back in the farm, and you beat the game once you save all the animals, and then you get to have like a fun party on the farm with all of them.
This is coming from the girl who spits on dogs when you bring them to her apartment.
I've never spit on a dog, first of all. Don't you dare start that rumor that I spit on dogs. But yes, I like to play with a virtual dog.
Kim likes a Tamagotchi pet.
No, Barbie Dream Home, Barbie Vet.
Did you
So
have
fun.
one of those? Did you have a? Is that what they were called?
Tamagotchi, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They like egg shaped. You'd feed them.
When they died, you'd be sad for weeks.
Yeah, I was really upset when mine died.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, honestly.
It is. It made you bond with this robot, and then it killed it.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
That was
was-
the whole thing.
How was the whole thing? It was
There
so
was
crazy.
nothing less than that.
And like, don't get me wrong, I'd be upset when my Sims died and shit. But at least
I'd kill
could,
my
like,
Sims.
I could. You told me that actually.
Yeah, I feel bad.
That was wild. That's wild.
But I used to kill them.
I mean, it's just like the way that I would be my lesbian sim couple died in a fire, and the way that I cried that night, and you were just killing your Sims for fun.
I wasn't killing all of them. I'd have like a married couple, and this guy I had problems at home, and then a random sim would come over. I'd be like, "We have to kill him before he takes my wife." Listen, I was just a kid who needed therapy and had Sims instead, and so I'd burn the side dude. Sometimes I would find codes where I would make them get in the shower, and I would remove the shower.
Okay. So that now they're
They were naked showering,
okay.
and they really would be naked.
Okay, I like that.
And then
Oh,
make
that's
them have
right.
sex.
That's right. The shower would cover them. Okay, this makes sense. That's pretty cool. I remember the way they used to have sex. They would get under the blankets, and then they would turn into one perfectly round spherical ball, and the ball would like rush around under the blankets. And I was like, what is sex like?
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe they had that.
Remember?
I kind of want to play Sims again.
I loved Sims. I literally stopped playing Sims after my lesbian couple died.
Really? That was the end of it for you?
I grieved for them. I was so upset.
Did you use Rosebud, the cheat code? Rosebud and
I
get yourself
use Rosebud. What's the point of the game if you're not using that cheat code?
right to make yourself the nicest house. Remember the background music when you'd be picking the paints when you decided to make a new house? It was so nice to get all the furniture. Why is that game so fucking fun?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that I would build my house, furnish it, and then just forget about the Sims. Like I would just move on to a new lot.
Me too.
The
And I'd be like, I hope
fun.
those are good over there.
Yeah, the whole fun of it was building the houses.
The house was the best part.
But then you would get stuck. Like you'd have like your favorite type of house to design, and you'd keep making the same house over and over again. If we're honest with ourselves,
we weren't.
here.
Yeah, some of us aren't architects. Frank's laughing at me. Some of us aren't architectures.
Oh, man. Wait, how's your new boyfriend? How's everything going
Oh, he's great.
with the post Russian?
He's good. He's made it past the 2-week mark.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And he's really nice. I really don't have much to report. He's just really nice and hot. And that's it.
That's good. Those are like the two most important things to find.
No red flags yet. I've been looking for them. Trust me. You should see me circle him like a shark. I'm like, drop the red flag, buddy.
Kim
I know
looks
it's in there.
hard. She stares you down for red flags.
I'm like, just show me what's wrong with you. He's like, can you stop asking me that? Everything's good. Did you play Hurricane Typhoon Roller Coaster Typhoon, where you made the theme park?
No, but that
Dude,
sounds
you
like
could
the
make
best
your own
game.
fucking theme parks, and depending on how good your roller coasters were, your people would either get sick or really enjoy them. Like you'd have to make your shit good so people actually liked it.
That sounds like my kind of game.
It was The Sims, but a roller coaster place.
I want to build a roller coaster.
And you were like collecting how much money where each person came in and paid, and like you were the owner of this park.
No, I feel like I went from like I was playing like kids games on a computer for a little while, and then I discovered like fucking weird website games where the real purpose of going is to chat with people in the chat room. Like I remember a game where it was basically like Pictionary, like it was like draw this or something like that.
Right.
And you'd go in
and you'd be sexting some dude
and you'd find somebody to sext. Yeah.
No.
Yes, 100%. That was the whole thing. And everybody in that chat room was there for the same reason. Everybody wanted to sext.
We should pedophile hunt one day together.
We should. Do you want to play the bait, or should I?
We should both play the bait. Like we should one of us types. You could, it depends. Well, we'll FaceTime them last. What I'm saying is we should get in a chat room and find some pedophiles and maybe get them all into a Zoom and do a pod and see if we could get to do a podcast and interview them. I'd be like, so you're all here today. You're not in trouble, but we'd love to interview you for the podcast.
We just want to have an idea of where you guys are coming from.
Yes. And see how many stay.
What's going on in your mind?
I think that's a great idea.
I don't hate it.
The pedopod.
I wonder if there's any more like online things that are just like fronts for sex chat rooms, because it's like now there's so many actual sex chat rooms you could just go to. I think it's like the game barely existed. Everybody there was just wanted to fucking masturbate.
I'm putting in chat room for kids. Can I legally put that in?
Legally? Yeah, I'm sure.
It's not bad to be in a chat room for kids.
If you're creating a chat room for kids, there's already an issue. I don't know what to say. Like just the whole idea of it.
Right.
That's the first place I would go if I were a pedophile, is to a chat room for kids. It's only pedophiles in that chat room.
This is weird. This chat room for kids that I found is weird.
What is it?
It's just
6 pedophiles in a chat room.
What should I make my username for it?
What's in right now? Like
what cartoons in?
Roblox is what the kids are playing. What cartoons are in?
Roblox.
How young do we want to go? Because I only know about Peppa Pig right now.
Oh. Sammy. Sammy with a heart. There we go.
Perfect.
Do we want a male or a female? Female.
Do we want to be a little girl or a little boy?
Let's make her 12.
Perfect age.
Perfect age. So hot. Motorcycles. Okay, hold on. I have to do that thing where I have to trick the robot. I just want to see how easy it is to get in this chat room and talk to. Is it weird that I'm lying and saying I'm 12? Am I going to jail?
No, I mean, it's for the purposes of hunting a pedophile. We're clearly not the pedophile in this situation, you know?
Yeah.
Just don't talk to anybody who says that they're 12. Only, well, I guess everybody's going to have to say they're 12. So if the pedophile's pretending to be a kid, then in theory, we're going to have to take the risk of talking to an actual kid.
Right. Oh, shit. Okay. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. I'm in the chat room and it is not just kids.
Okay. How do we know that already? How do we know that so soon?
First of all, can I share the, hey, I'm Axel, I'm 14 and gay. I just don't believe that.
I mean, I'm proud of him for being so young and out. He knows himself well.
There's a girl named Nessa who's trying to ages 13 and 19 only. Why would 19 be in here? Why would 13-year-olds and 19-year-olds need to be in the same chat?
I don't know. I feel like the FBI should look at whoever runs the fucking chat room for kids.
I'm just going to hi, I'm 13. I need a friend. Is that good?
You sound like a pedophile too.
I don't know how to sound like a kid. I don't know how to sound like a kid and not the pedophile.
I mean, let's just picture it. If somebody else said, hey, I'm 13 and need a friend, we would be saying that's definitely a pedophile. We'd be like, oh, that person's obviously a pedophile.
Should I message this guy? He's looking for a bad, cute girlfriend. DM him.
DM him. Let's find
How
out.
do I? I don't know how to work I'm too old for this.
Tell him a little bit about yourself and see if he's interested.
I'm gonna DM him right now. Okay.
Why we could be catfishing a 13-year-old boy right now, by the way. I just hope you're okay with that.
Is that bad?
We're either a pedophile hunters or we're catfishing children. But
Man.
not in a bad way. Like we're looking out for them, you know?
Yeah. Okay. He said sup. I said, what's up? What if I'm really talking to it? I'm going to go to jail. How old are you? How old are you first? Then if he says 30, I'm going to ask for his address. Then I'm going to ask for his FaceTime. We'll FaceTime him on.
He's not going to say he's 30. If I was a 30-year-old trying to hook up with a 13-year-old girl, I would lie down. I would say I'm 20 at tops.
You would lie down? You whore.
I would lie downward and I would say 20. I'm 20 years old tops.
I'm going to say, how old are you? He said,
even a 13-year-old who's looking for to be naughty and find an older boyfriend, they're not looking past 20, 21.
That's true.
That's an old man to them.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat has a deeper voice than Alex right now. Frank said 16. I got to get out of here. I'm going to jail. Got to get out of this chat.
16 sounds like a damn honest answer.
Yeah. I want to really find a pedophile and stalk them and then have them FaceTime us on the pod. That would be so fun.
Man, I feel like it's really hard to find a pedophile without accidentally finding what if you just end up engaging with a little kid? What if you become the pedophile?
Tweet at us if you're a pedophile.
You are. Kim, just now we almost became the pedophile.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think I might still be. I lied and made an account and said I was a 13-year-old girl and I'm 31. It was my exact age backwards.
Close call, dude. I don't know. It's how long do you have to hunt pedophiles for before you're in too deep, you know?
Should I write looking for pedophiles? I'm 13. Hot.
Looking for pedophiles. I'm 13.
Is that funny to write into the thing?
How
do you catch a pedophile?
You have to
invest more time into one specific one, I think.
I think so. And you have to
but how do you know he's not?
You have to meet somebody who's admits their age, first of all, and then you have to bring up that you're I'm only 15.
No, I think this is where we fucked up. We fucked up by going to a kid's chat room. What you do is go to an adult chat room and say you're 13 and wait for who hits you up on there.
Mm-hmm.
Because this one, it's all kids. I am the pedophile by accident. Yep. I did this all wrong. I mean, all completely wrong.
That should be the name of this week's episode, by the way.
What? I'm the pedophile?
I am the pedophile.
Oh, my God. I fucked up.
I mean, but your intentions were good. It's officer.
Officer, I was trying to catch the pedophile, actually.
Officer, my intentions were good when I talked to that 16-year-old boy and told him that I was a 13-year-old girl.
Right.
I was looking out for him.
Right. Listen, that was from my lips to God.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I was looking into this child's best interest, I promise.
Please stop judging me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we should stay out of children's chat rooms, I guess.
For sure. No, I can't start doing that again. I don't think
a kid's chat room should exist. I don't care if it is all kids in there. I don't want my 13-year-old in a chat room.
No, I don't want my kid in a chat room at all. There's no reason. Go find a friend, buddy.
Make a friend. Go outside.
Right.
It's weird. You don't need to connect with strangers over the internet. That's another fucking weird section of society. And no judgment if this is you, but remember back, I feel like it was back when we were younger, fucking junior high school days where people would genuinely be dating somebody who they met online in a chat room for like 2 years. And they'd be like, we haven't met in person yet, but we love each other and we talk on the phone every day after school. And like,
for sure. My friend Melissa was dating this guy named Drew for like 3 years on the internet. He would like never called her. They would just like buy minutes on their phone and talk through like text like that. He literally at one point convinced us to go to the beach to meet him and he never showed up, which makes me think he was just some old dude like on a towel behind us. Like real creepy shit that we went along with because we were like 14 years old.
I mean, it's weird. And I think it's actually pretty common that people like date for a long time, having never met each other in person, like the whole catfish scenario, except it like going right.
It makes more sense during our time because this is when the internet first came out. And like, yeah, we had warnings that the internet's dangerous, but it's not like there is now. When people get catfish now, I'm like, you have so many chances to FaceTime and like,
yeah, you deserved it.
You
You've
deserve
been
to
like
be catfished.
closing your eyes to every red flag for sure.
Totally.
But imagine like fucking talking on the phone with somebody every single day, being like, I love you so much. I can't wait to finally see you in person and touch you and hug you and all this stuff, whatever the fuck they'd say to each other. And then like finally getting off an airplane and seeing that person there and being like, I feel like even as an adult, I would have that like 7th grader mentality of being like an awkward hug at best. You know what I mean?
At best, an awkward hug.
At best, an awkward hug being like, do I regret telling a stranger that I'm deeply obsessed and in love with them and want to marry them? And now they're standing in front of me.
Right.
Somehow.
Ugh.
I don't know. No judgment if you're in love with somebody who you met online, but it's weird.
It is weird. All right. I have to go. I have to get out of here. We've had a fun pod. It was nice catching up.
Yeah, this was really fun. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to open up your computer and book you a flight to New York City when you got a chance.
Okay, I'll do that in the next day or two.
Yay.
All right. I love you. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Broad Topics. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on TikTok and Instagram at Kim Congdon. I'm Twitch streaming again. I'm about to buy a PC. I'm about to go hard into the Twitch streaming. So please follow me on twitch.tv/QueenCong1, CONG1. If you have Amazon Prime, you could sub for free. And Alex, what you got?
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar. Head to gasdigitalnetwork.com where you could use a promo code Topix, TOPIX, to get a 7-day free trial with access to every single show on Gas Digital Network, including my other show, Stick and Portly, Watch Rick and Morty, where Mike Harrington and I react to episodes of Rick and Morty. Go do that. Gas Digital has the dopest content out there. We're literally the only company that's just doing what the fuck ever, not giving a fuck about anyone.
Yeah.
Come check it out.
Check it out, you guys. All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.